And we move up to, 215 now. Tim Brahman out of Green Central as you get a nice look at this war memorial. And Joe Saul from Valley Central in Section 9, so it's 4 versus 9. Tim Brahman, outstanding wrestler in Section 4. Saul from Valley Central, 104-19. Both guys are seniors. Saul was 6th in the 98 state championships. And Brahman was 3rd in the 98 state championships. So both guys have been here. Section 9, Joe Saul, a bit taller than Tim Brahman from Green. The returning state champ at this way was Josh Itu, was beaten on the way up, so
yes,
that happens.
Joe Saul beat him in the semifinals, and he's here now.
And you saw, I believe you said it wasn't a fluke, and it was kind of decisive. So Saul beat the returning state champ to get here.
And he was the most outstanding wrestler last year.
Right. That's right. 2 points now for Joe Saul on the takedown. Valley Central High School, Joe Saul. 36-2, 20 pins. Boy, he's a long, lean 215, isn't he?
He's a big boy.
Well, Tim Brahman showing why you can't take anything for granted. 2-1. Now is the escape. Brahman got the escape. He's going to warn him.
I think he was pushing in his face, and he had his on his headgear. They call it potentially dangerous. I think he warned him. If he does that type of maneuver again, then the official's going to hit him probably for a point.
Right. Big height difference, you can see that. Brahman gets behind, nothing yet. Joe Saul, the taller of the two, fighting and turning. They're out of bounds.
Whoa. Calling for intentionally going out of bounds and gave him 1 point.
They're going to talk it over here. The official, Bill Stark, with Mike Nastry, stays.
It stayed. He talked it over to the official. The other official wasn't sure, and his ruling's what counts.
2-2.
Not sure I agree with that call.
Well, I was going to say, you can't intentionally push somebody off, but that's what they got, two officials, and they decided that's what it was. Let's see if we can see.
See, they call him for intentionally going out of bounds. I'm not, which way is it going to go? That's one of those things but the official's right on it, and that's the way the decision he made.
2-2, 215 pounds. Tim Brahman escorted out of bounds by Joe Saul. The coach for Tim Brahman, Tim Jenks, used to wrestle for Syracuse University.
So, you did the optional start, but that doesn't mean that you have to let him up. That's not, that's not the point of the optional start. It just means that you're going to start in that position.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Saul shoots at the out of bounds. We got a timeout here.
Blood time, I believe.
They're going to work on Tim Brahman out of Green High School. Get a look at Joe Saul, a big, tall 215-pounder.
Coaches are telling what they want him to do, and it's generally, I know as a coach, hopefully they listen to you, but a lot of times it's like, okay, I'm going to go out and do what I think is right.
Thanks for the advice, but I'll be doing something else.
Hopefully through, by I think it's more of a relief for the coaches to start talking to him on the side, because hopefully you've coached them.
Nice touch and go by Saul, but a standing switch, and now Brahman's going to get 2 points. There it is.
I think Brahman did a great job of, he never
He looked
stopped.
like he was in trouble,
right.
though. He really, the touch on the head, and then he went downstairs, Saul did, and then he really looked like he was in trouble, but he fought out, got the points. He's trying to get the cradle. Way out in front is Brahman. Got that leg dug.
Right. He's going to try to take him over.
He's awful tall.
Yep.
He's awful tall to do that with.
Out of bounds.
Yeah. Let's take a look on the replay.
He should have had him here. He actually got off to the side, too far to the left, and Brahman didn't. He just kept on going. He didn't stop.
Saul kind of gave up on it a little bit. I thought.
He actually came off too much to the side instead of staying right on top of him.
Brahman
looks like a tough rider here.
Yeah, he broke him down pretty quickly.
Yep.
2-on-1. Now, of course, remember, on top, you got to try for something, and on the bottom, you just can't.
If I were to say something here, I'd have to say that I would have to call Saul for stalling at this point, if they're going to call anybody or warn anybody.
Right.
Because he's got to come up off his base.
There he's up, but Brahman riding him. Oh, he's got the arm up. He drops it. We're down to 15 seconds left in the second period. Headlock attempt by Saul doesn't work, and that's just
about. Teach your kids never reach back for that head, because he can spin around.
That's going to end the second period with a 5-2 lead for Tim Brahman out of Greene, New York, Greene Central High School.
I was impressed the way he rode.
Yes, I was too.
Saul's definitely the taller, bigger guy, but Brahman just broke him down and stayed right on top of him, pressed him.
Let's see what kind of a move Saul's got. Stood up, crotch in the drive by Brahman. He's tough.
I'm impressed. Just the way he stays tight hips.
Yeah,
and broke him right down.
In the third period of the championship, 215 pounds. Tim Brahman and Joe Saul out of Valley Central on the bottom in the blue, and also on the bottom in the score department by 3 at 5-2. So Saul trying to get out, time running out. Tim Jenks calling out.
Everything is out.
That's right. Saul, what happened? Brahman you got a look on his face and he went down. I don't know whether he got hit in the nose.
They're working on his shoulder. I don't know, maybe he's had a bad shoulder in the past. Now, this is an injury timeout, which is different than the blood timeout that they had before.
Right.
They're two different things, blood time and injury time.
He just had a real stricken look on his face, and the referee called time. Watch what happens here. He's got the arm, and all of a sudden, right there, see it?
Yep, I'm not. It's his left arm, and I'm not even sure what. I would have to honestly say it's probably a previous injury that he aggravated somehow by whatever he was doing at that time.
Right. So Brahman on top. He's got 1:06 left. He's up by 3. Whoa!
He picked him up in the air. He is a tough rider. He is a tough rider. He doesn't let him have anything.
Coach, Joe Saul's coach, on the edge, out of control. Under a minute, Brahman on top. Got that cross split leg right. He's going to lose that. Let's see what he does with it, though. He's going to try to tilt him.
He didn't come up. He can't stay on the legs, and he didn't come up. He called stalling.
Blood time. There's Brahman going to go over and get a little bit of cotton perhaps put in his nose.
Right. He lifts him up here and watch him, just tips him over. And he's a good 6 to 8 inches shorter.
Yeah, he is.
But he lifted him right up and took him right down.
He's got that little base, that short, stocky base. Right?
I know that feeling.
Yeah. There's his coach.
I'm sure they're giving him some last minute. There's only 40 seconds left. He's down by 3, and he's down. He doesn't want to actually get 2. He wants to get 1, and then try to get a takedown.
Right. And of course, what Brahman can hold on as long as possible, give him the 1 and not give up any reversal, and then just try to fight him off for the rest of the time. So we'll see what happens.
Well, 40 seconds can be a lifetime.
Oh,
too.
yeah. I was usually pinned by this time, so it didn't really make much difference. Look at the coaches as they work on Brahman's nose and the blood.
Okay, they stopped the injury time. He's coming out, ready to go again.
The expression on his face has never changed, Brahman. He just kind of...
Except for that once.
Yeah, right. And
that
when it registered a good deal of pain. Let's see. He's got a 3-point lead. He's got 40 seconds. He was the outstanding wrestler in Section 4. He goes for the ankle, loses it, gets it again.
He wants to hang on to that as long as possible. He got 1 before for not coming up.
There you go, stalemate. That took 12 seconds.
Hey, every 12 seconds now.
Every 12 seconds.
Speed that clock up.
Oh, man, he just picked him right up. He's going to do it again. Did you see how easily and effortlessly he just elevated him? Let's see. A lot of 20 seconds. 1 point. Whoa. He gave up an easy one there.
That was kind of a quick call.
14 seconds and counting. 13.
He could almost give up another stalling call here.
4, 3, 2, 1. He's going to do it. Tim Brahman from Section 4 holds off a determined Joe Saul at the end and wins the state championship, 215 pounds. Another exciting match. And the 215-pound bout goes to Tim Brahman, the outstanding wrestler from Section 4. And he gets a good hug from his coach, Tim Jenks. And we move to the real heavyweights, 275 pounds.